Okay. I would like to talk about the fact that some of the only movies with Marvel were good. Most Marvel movies fell short of sucking balls. For instance, Iron Man. Yes, most of Iron Man was good, but then when you get to the ending of Iron Man, it's like a date's going well, but then when you get to the part where you're doing other things, and it just turns to shit. That's how the end of Iron Man felt. It just turned to shit. Um, but I will give it credit for the first half of Iron Man was good. Um, like a good example of a good movie would be Deadpool. The reason why I'm discussing Marvel movies is because there's plenty of examples of failures of movies that are considered like Marvel type movies, even though it's not like maybe not all the movies are licensed by Marvel, but they're still using that type of content that was came from Marvel. Just like Daredevil was a horrible movie. The Punisher movies were horrible. Some There's plenty of examples of horrible Marvel movies. I thought pretty much, like the first Avengers movie was fucking horrible. The second one, there's only a few good things about it. It wasn't that great. Um, and I'm not nitpicking. This is just honesty. I mean, if you're going to be an honest film fan critic of comic book to motion picture movies, you have to be honest about the content. Yes, I like both DC and Marvel. I'm putting aside what my favorite things about both of them are. And that being said, I think they really fucked up Avengers, and it pissed me off. That's why I always fucking rag on Avengers. Just like you know, Batman versus Superman. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as a film, even though there was things I disagreed with. Like a lot of people disagreed. I disagreed with the same type of issues, but I still enjoyed the movie. I still had fun, like watching the movie. Um, the Lex Luthor, he came off more like a Joker character, which is bullshit because Lex Luthor is kind of more of a crazy, serious person, not a hee hee goofy motherfucker type of crazy person. Um, there's plenty of shit slinging to go around on all these comic movies. Where the good comic movies, where I'm gonna praise Marvel, even though it wasn't like spectacular, but like Guardians of the Galaxy was pretty fucking cool. Um, when you have a movie with a fucking talking raccoon, a walking fucking tree, and all other kinds of weird shit in it, and it turns out really good, you know, I'm gonna enjoy a movie like that. But when you have something like Avengers, where Tony Stark in an Iron Man costume is fighting somebody who's like a god figure, um, Thor is a badass. Like Iron Man does not stand up to Thor in a fight. Sorry, it just ain't gonna happen. I mean, that's why I have an issue with Batman versus Superman. Batman, even with kryptonite, and he had help in the comic book, does not stand up against in a fight of Superman. But why they did it, and this is a spoiler video, so if you don't want to hear anything, then just turn it off. But it's been out for a while since I'm making this. Um, why I say it turned out okay, I don't mind the way it turned out, is because um, Superman dies at the end of the movie, anyways, by the main one of the main bad guys in the movie. Well, I wouldn't say main, but one of the enemies in the movie, Doomsday, and he did it for a reason. They kind of took. I could see what they were going with it, and it seems a little rushed with a lot of the shit that they were shoving in there. Um, I get it was clever the way they had kind of tossed the extra characters in there. I think it was very rushed. I don't think it seemed like it was appreciated about the way they did it to the fans. And yes, there's a lot of ways that they could have done it better. They could have made way more movies, you know, alone with the Batman. Like if they would have made separate movies, like with Ben Affleck as Batman, in comic book version, like they did it in the cartoon comic book where they put the DVD inside the comic book. A really badass comic book DVD set type of deal, where it showed all of this stuff in it, and it was fucking amazing. Like it was better than, I would say, explaining the DC shit than the movie was. But I mean, the movie was still, you know, it was entertaining, and they tried to follow along with. I mean, I'm not saying that it did it perfect, but I still was entertained by it, and I think it's getting a lot of uh, negative uh, a negative response. It's like at least a 3 out of 5. I could go back and I could watch it, more than once. Compared to like another good Marvel movie is Ant-Man. I enjoyed Ant-Man. I enjoyed Deadpool. I enjoyed Guardians of the Galaxy. I enjoyed. I'm trying to think of some other movies I enjoyed. There's a lot of movies that Marvel type of movies that were made that were fucked up, like Ghost Rider. Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider. He's done a lot of horrible movies, so I'm not sure where the blame is placed on that one. Um, but yeah, whenever people go around smashing fucking Batman versus Superman and abortion type of shit has come out, like the Avenger movies, and then you have like the first Captain America movie, which was fucking horrible. And then the second one come out, and I was surprised that it was a decently made movie. I still do not feel that the guy playing Captain America was a good pick for the role. And I'll explain what I mean by, like, if you look at Captain America in the comic books, and I'm trying not to be real nitpicky or whatever, but I mean, when you're making something based off of a comic book, you could at least get like the size of the character right, or like not pick somebody who was playing another character in the franchise, like Chris was playing the Human Torch. He was a better Human Torch than fucking Captain America. He just was. I mean, like the cast of Fantastic Four, the last one before this new piece of shit came out, like that movie was nowhere near as an abortion as the Fantastic Four, from what I heard. And I've seen Doomsday and the new Captain America looks complete shit. Um, I've just heard a lot of negative shit. I didn't even care that that the Human Torch. I didn't even care that they switched his background. I didn't care about that. What I cared about was like, and this is how they're just fucking up all these remakes movies, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, what the fuck? Like, seriously, I went and watched it, and anybody who knows about the fucking Ninja Turtles knows that none of that shit in the movie happened in the original shit. And I'm not nitpicking. I'm pointing out, facts, like Master Splinter was from Asia. Like he taught the Ninja Turtles how to fucking fight. Okay, how is he gonna teach the fucking Ninja Turtles how to fight if he mutated from a fucking sewer rat? I'm just pointing out big fucking holes in shit like this. I'm getting tired of watching fucking movies that are complete horse shit when you go to watch them and you're fucking disappointed or let down, like the Transformer movies. Holy fuck, man. I mean, the first one, okay. I wasn't so pissed off about the first one. But then after that, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? These movies are just fucking awful. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, who was fucking high on something whenever they make a movie and it's that fucking bad? I'm I mean, there's plenty of other examples. Like, I watched this other video game movie, and it was like something to do with zombies, and it was based off of a video game. And like, it was a horror movie where they're going through a house, and it was just really fucking horrible. I mean, I'm sure the video game was better, but it was just a really fucking horrible abortion. I mean, whenever it's that bad, why even bother? Fuck, I mean, holy crap. I mean, and I'm sure people are fucking talking about this new Ghostbuster shit. I don't even give a fuck if it's women doing it or not. I mean, at first I was kind of like, what? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to get over the fact that it's women, even though the original it was guys. And but then I seen this video that that watched this video from Thunderfoot, and I'm not trying to like um what do you call it, copyright infringement or anything. So I I'm not meaning to do that at all by the slightest. But he made a really good point, saying, about about all the flaws that are wrong with it. Like they're saying that the female physicist in the movie, whatever, that's like the smartest of her, you know, at whatever she does, physics, and she has an equation on the board that's fucking wrong, and all other, like, it looks like a Disney movie and this and that. I mean, there is that type of shit type of element to fucking Ghostbusters. I mean, and I can see, the comedic type of thing going on. And I kind of laughed at a little bit of it. Some of it, the joke parts were not bad. I see where they're trying to go, but there's a lot of YouTubers that I watched that pointed out a lot of stuff that was wrong with it that I really agreed with. Um, I'm just tired of the laziness of filmmakers, and I wish they would get some real fucking help by the people who know the fucking source material. You don't even have to fucking research it. Just go ask somebody who fucking knows about this shit. I mean, fucking pay attention. Take in consideration that these are fans who love this fucking, simple based knowledge that you can take a few seconds to Google search. You can fucking take a few seconds to Google search X-Men. That's another example. The first few X-Men movies, until they got to the newer X-Men movies, were complete horseshit. I'm a huge X-Men fan. I love fucking X-Men. I watched X-Men um, whenever they had the cartoon and some of the older comic books, and the horse shit that they just came out with before these newer movies, just complete garbage. They were like adding characters that were never even in the fucking comic books. I mean, fuck, Havoc and Cyclops are fucking brothers. I mean, they didn't even bother to point any of that shit out to, people who aren't fucking comic book fans don't know that fucking shit. I mean, you would think they would at least point that fucking shit out. And that was in the newer fucking movies. Like, you expect people to fucking know this background shit? I mean, what the fuck, Marvel? I mean, this is so ridiculous. Adding powers to heroes that they don't even fucking have. Like, there is issues, small issues in the newer X-Men movies that weren't complete horseshit, but was still horseshit. Like Magneto, he doesn't have the power to like um, control robots. He has the power to, yes, move metal. He doesn't have the power to like hypnotically, like, mentally control robots in the cybernetic type of sense. And things like that is just fucking ridiculous. I mean, people like playing off, yeah, it's not a big deal, not big. Yeah, it is kind of a big deal. It kind of is. I mean, if all his power is consisting of, controlling metal, yeah, it's a huge fucking deal. There's a difference between controlling metal and your power being controlling the fucking internet. Ridiculous. There's all kinds of ridiculous fucking shit like that in these movies. Like, my one of my main issues though was like when Iron Man in the Hulkbuster outfit. I mean, yeah, he would put on a good fight, but like Iron Man in the Hulkbuster outfit fighting the Hulk. Like, the Hulk's power is whenever he fights, if you fucking hurt him, he gets fucking stronger. Not weaker or not tired or don't slow down. He fucking is enraged and fucking pissed. Not this bullshit they add to it in the movie where he does a one sucker punch and he's out. No, that's fucking bullshit. I would expect if it was a fight in the movie that the Hulk would rip apart Tony Stark's suit and he'd eventually run out of shit to fly to him and save his ass at the last minute and get his head ripped off by the Hulk and then the Hulk shit down his fucking throat. I mean, that's honestly what should have happened. um, it's just a fucking mess of bullshit on the Avengers comic movies. I mean, Batman versus Superman was less of a fuck up than the Avengers, to be honest. And I'm not trying to diss any Marvel fans or DC fans because I love both Marvel and DC, but I'm dissing on the filmmakers for doing such horrible fucking film to I mean comic to film shit. I mean it's just an embarrassment when you can make all of that shit and it's just almost complete horseshit on all ends. I mean, there's fucking source material for a reason. It's just an embarrassment. I would be definitely embarrassed if I had that much money in a movie and it just turned out like that fucking bad. And with that is the end of my video. Thank you.